Explain Billy Roc to us.
Billy Roc is a guy that, the odds were always against me that I would do anything in this business. And I've been fortunate enough to, travel a little bit in this business, wrestle against some of the top guys such as Evan Bourne and Tyler Black and John Moxley. I had one of my favorite matches against one of my favorite wrestlers by the name of Mike Quackenbush. I was tag team partners one time with Lex Luger. I've been able to wrestle for Chikara and Dragon Gate USA. Billy Roc just wanted to open up this school because he got tired of seeing really crappy wrestling in Indiana. So I said, I think it's time for somebody in Indiana to step up and start bringing some good wrestling to the state of Indiana, not make it be some black guy. And I don't want somebody to say, oh, he's from Indiana, he's no good. When they come from the School of Roc, I want them to say, I have to use them because they came from the School of Roc. How you all doing today?
Good.
Alright. Well, you're probably all wondering what I've asked you all to come out here today. Well, it's real simple. All over, every time I'm on Facebook or check out my emails or go to shows, I hear people always ask me, who is the best student to come out of the School of Roc? Well, then it got me thinking, because I really can't answer because you're all good in your own ways. So I thought we would find out once and for all who is the best student at the School of Roc. So, with that being said, what we're going to do is we're going to have all you guys compete in matches. For the first 5 weeks, we're going to put you in matches just to see how much you've improved. Let's see how many people have taken my advice and studied your tapes and gone to shows. Let's find out who those people are. And then after that, we're going to have an 8-man tournament. Just to warn you, those first 5 weeks, it's very important that you do very well because there's only 8 spots in that tournament. So that means people are going to be bumped out of the tournament. So then we'll have the tournament for the next 8 weeks to determine who is the #1 student at the School of Roc. Now, what I've asked for, as you can see, we have a cameraman in the back. I've asked this to be filmed. We're going to put this on the internet, and we're going to show the world, who is the #1 student out of the School of Roc. So today, we begin the journey, right now in fact, starting with Tripp Cassidy and Dale Patricks. Suit up, you guys are going to be the very first match for School of Roc Class Wars.
He's wrestled the likes of Evan Bourne, Lightning Mike Quackenbush, and Davey Richards. He's competed in the Ted Petty Invitational and the Jeff Peterson Cup and at the historic ECW Arena. Billy Roc presents the School of Roc, located in Lafayette, Indiana, the Midwest's premier pro wrestling academy. At the School of Roc, Billy will assist you in developing strong in-ring basics. He'll teach you the tips and tricks surrounding wrestling in front of a crowd. He'll share advanced techniques learned from around the world. He'll assist you in developing a strong in-ring persona, plus much, much more. Once again, Billy Roc's School of Roc, located in Lafayette, Indiana. To contact Billy for more information, email billyroc@live.com. Once again, that's billyroc@live.com.
I'm BJ Whitmer, world travel professional wrestler. You know, I've had the opportunity to wrestle several guys from the School of Roc. Billy, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job with these guys. Right now, you're watching School of Roc Class Wars.
Excited? Yeah. Are you excited? I'm excited. Real Patricks.
Hey, wait a minute, hold on.
Hey guys,
Come on, it's not the time.
There's always been conflict between Remi Wilkins and Tripp Cassidy from day one. I guess, you know, Remi's got, you know, he's got the good looks, he's got the muscles, and, you know, since day one, when Tripp was already trained, he saw this kid, and he's like, you could already see the jealousy. And then as Remi kept improving and improving, it just made Tripp even angrier and angrier.
they're both alpha males of the School of Roc, so when they clash, it's going to make something amazing.
Tripp Cassidy. What can I say about Tripp Cassidy that hasn't already been said? He's a very, very dedicated wrestler.
When he first came to the school, you know, he was overweight. He had really bad hair, but I got to give the kid credit. He kept coming by and kept coming by and kept improving. He's done everything that he's needed to do to start making a name for himself.
One of those guys who's trying to be the big guy, the alpha, and I don't like alphas. Alphas they're not usually good guys.
And in fact, all his hard work paid off, because last December 17th at the School of Roc Showcase show, he ended up winning a match that put him into the main event against myself. And he took me 30 minutes. We went at it. And I gotta give the kid credit. He beat me with one of the best punches I've ever seen in wrestling. Knocked me right out. And ever since then, he's kind of let that win kind of get to his head.
And you know, everybody knows he's the first graduate of the School of Roc, and I think this past year, 2 years, he's kind of taking that to heart. You know, he makes sure to mention it whenever he's around you, and he was kind of rubbing people the wrong way. So yeah, he's a great guy, man, but I think he's the attitude check.
And I know Tripp Cassidy's got what it takes to get it done in the ring. If we take a couple of shortcuts along the way, that's not our fault. We're just playing the game the way it has to be played.
My father passed away back in 2009, and after that, a year after that, it was a definite downfall to what used to be the alumni. And once the School of Roc came around, once I found out about the School of Roc in 2011, I contacted Billy personally, and I wanted to join the School of Roc because, you know, wrestling was one of the biggest things I wanted to do since I was a little kid.
We graduated in the same class at the School of Roc, and we worked a lot of shows together, so I respect it.
Number 3 is the Intimidator. Drives a black car.
Some thoughts on Tripp Cassidy?
Tripp Cassidy. Oh, well, me and him were together, and ever since I started training in the School of Roc, he has been taking me to shows, and I've learned a lot being with him. Definitely, probably one of my best friends, but sometimes he was a little bit overboard with, you know, with wrestling and everything, and, you know, he tells me what I should and shouldn't do. And I respect him for that, yeah. He's older than I am, so that's
Dale Patrick's
drive all the black cars we want. He doesn't have the heart that it takes to be a School of Roc student. I would like to say that because I've lived with him and I've seen what he can do in the gym and what he can do in practice, I'd like to say that he's the top student of Class 3. I'd like to say that he's the future of the School of Roc, but I've seen what he's like. I've seen the kind of heart he has, and he doesn't have the heart to be the next big thing in the School of Roc.
I don't know what it is. It's some trigger that's in my head that makes me snap. It makes me turn into somebody that I'm not. I don't know how to control it. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. I feel like sometimes that the old part of me is coming back, and that's one of the things I don't want.
Thank you so much for joining us here at Class Wars, the tale of the tape for our first contest. Both competitors almost identical in size. Cassidy with the experience edge. Patricks will be looking for the Tornado DDT, while Cassidy going for his fireman's carry knee KO codebreaker type of maneuver. Let's go to the ring.
Alright, same rules apply in a regular wrestling match, alright? There are countouts. I don't want to see any low blows, any close fists, none of that, alright? Same rules. Okay, you guys ready? You ready, Tripp?
And we're off 10 minutes on the clock. Tripp Cassidy, Dale Patricks, our first ever Class Wars match here from the School of Roc gym. Cassidy wearing the short trunks, Patricks in the long tights. Quick pace to start this one. Two of the quickest competitors to ever come out of the school. Head to head. Early on, Patricks with a big drop kick. Send Cassidy down with another one. These two young men, as mentioned in the video packages before, are roommates. They live in the same apartment here in Lafayette, know each other very well, as Patrick saw that monkey flip coming. Another reversal by Cassidy into the inverted atomic drop. Cassidy brings him down with the neck breaker, goes for the cover, only gets the 2 count. The matches during this process will all have a 10-minute time limit. It's very important to get your opponent down as quickly as possible. 10 minutes might seem like a very long period of time when you're in that ring, but it's really not, especially when you're facing the caliber of competitors like these guys are. The stunning sweep by Cassidy, one of his signature maneuvers, hits it barely a minute into the contest. He's obviously offensively minded, looking to win quickly. As you can see, that little shove there, Cassidy, as was mentioned earlier, bit of a bully, taking advantage of the whole ranking system. Not necessarily a ranking system, going for the KO very early on. I think, yes, couldn't get him up quite well enough. Decides to ditch the maneuver. Cassidy definitely takes advantage of the fact that he has experience on Patricks. And in the pro wrestling world, usually the young guys, out of respect, they do things for veterans and such. Don't be a hero, as Tripp Cassidy just told Dale Patricks. Maybe a message to tell him to slow down with some of the high-flying offense. As the facelift drop kick does not get Cassidy the win. Cassidy very much a young man confident in his own abilities. He recently defeated Billy Roc, going for that knee KO once again. This could be it, but Patrick sees it coming once again, going for his own tornado DDT. He connects. This might be it. He's got to turn it over. This could be the first win of Patrick's career if he can get him, but he does not. Patricks going up top. He's a risk taker. Cassidy saw it coming. Patricks dropped, some would argue, a little bit low there on the top turnbuckle. These two, outside of the wrestling community, they are friends. If you're around them outside of wrestling, they are very kind to each other. They get along great. But for some reason, big cross body. Goes for the cover. Patricks could have him. Cassidy gets out of the lateral press. Yeah, for some reason in the wrestling community, Cassidy, especially since he beat Billy Roc on December 17th at the Winter Showcase. Everything has gone to his head. He's been acting like a big shot, and he's taken it out on Patricks, treating him very much as they call in the industry a young boy. Making him carry his bag, making him prepare his meals at the apartment. Bit ridiculous. Patricks has something here. Hits the big forearm. And the pump kick, a signature maneuver of Patricks. The Phoenix goes for another lateral press, hooks the leg. Does not get Cassidy. We're a little over 4 minutes into this time limit, actually. Cassidy going for the knee KO once again. This third time is not the charm. Decides to let it go once again. Drives Patricks into the canvas. Shotgun knee coming up. Gets it in the chest. Goes for the cover. A shot like that right to the heart, well, it'll knock your breathing pattern right out of nap. And if Patricks isn't careful, he's gonna find himself a heck of a lot more tired than he was before, and a heck of a lot more in pain after that forearm shot to the back. And Cassidy, not exactly the nicest human being, as you can tell. Waistlock going for a German suplex. O'Connor roll blocked by Cassidy. He hits the punch. This could be a knee KO. Billy Roc has to be having flashbacks to that night in December. Knee KO. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, and Cassidy gets the win. 5 minutes, 21 seconds into the contest. Tripp Cassidy is your winner. Dale Patrick's tough fight, but Cassidy was just a bit too much on this fateful evening.
Take notes, Chocolate Thunder, take notes.
It's for you.
Just go ahead down the ring here. And now, Bruce, stay away from him. Stay away from him.
Calm down, Patrick. Excellent officiating, Billy. Excellent.
All right?
This match started off very quickly with Patricks using his speed to his advantage, including coming off the top of the big crossbody, almost got the win there. This match was definitely the tale of going for your finishing hold a little too early, as Cassidy not once but twice went for the knee KO too early. Patricks escaped. Patricks hit his own finisher a bit too early, couldn't get the win, and in the end Cassidy with the big right hand into the knee KO successfully. Your winner, Tripp Cassidy. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week.